Good morning. It is October the 6th, 2017, and time to trade probably the biggest news day of this month, biggest scheduled news day. We'll start with our disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the factor designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit losses similar to those shown. Okay, the market is playing for a non-farm payroll number greater than $100,000. That's the forecast. You'll see 80 to 100K being carried by most people. There are 4 of the forecasters that are sought out to make these type of forecasts that have a negative number. There's one forecaster, so a negative number. The biggest one is I want to say 260,000, but I think that's a little high. 200K plus. We'll put it that way. Memory doesn't serve me correctly. Unemployment 4.4. Earnings up 0.3. Work rate 34.4. Wholesale trade plus 1%. And Baker Hughes rig count previously 1153. 940. I don't have a feel for it. The U.S. could go either way, maybe a little higher. Okay, so the market was sold yesterday. We have nothing but B's behind us. It's being sold right now. So we're going to hit the non-farm payroll number at about 125. And so they've discounted a number greater than 100,000. So my guess is if it comes in less than 100,000 or at 100,000, we get a pretty nice rally. If it comes in much greater than 100K, we'll get a flush, but then probably a comeback on short covering. So this 124.20, 124.24 area looks pretty attractive from a structural standpoint. Without the news, we'd be selling 3s to 7s and 11 to 15. And on the buy side, we'd be buying 25s to 29s. This is without news. And 17 to 21. And we'll try to take a couple of, we'll try to get a trade off in the bond and the E-mini on a newsday trade, assuming no whipsaw. Going to have some fun today. Hopefully it'll bring some volatility back. Okay, the bond numbers will be similar. They run it down in front of the news. They're playing for a larger than forecast non-farm payrolls number. Without the news, 4 to 8's number 1, 11 to 15 sell 1, 19 to 23 sell 2. On the buy side, 24 28's number 1, 17 to 21's buy 1, 9 to 13 buy 2. So once again, the market's been run down in front of the news. A relief rally is what we would anticipate. Gold is lower in anticipation of a higher non-farm payroll number, where it was this morning when I looked at it. So we're at support. We'll put out 65, 67 by 1, a little bit lower, question mark at 70, 60 to 62 by 2. The attractor's down here at 57, so a limit buy at 57.50. Should give you a little wiggle room. And normally scoop orders on gold are $10 away from where the market was when the news hit. You can fade it. And 57 would be $13 away. 73, 75, sell 1. 78.80, sell 2. It's a newsday trade. So no reason to own gold. Interest rates are going up. The economy is getting stronger. Okay, if the non-farm payroll number comes in higher than forecast, it should take the euro lower. It's trading down in front of the number. Our economy on a relative basis is stronger than Europe's. Again, without news, 17.25 to 30 by 1. 117 even, 17.10 by 2. Scoop orders 50 ticks away, 50 big ticks away. Can work in the euro. 17.75, sell 1. 118, sell 2. Okay, crude was lower. Iraq, and let's see, there were 3. Turkey, and I forget the name of the other country. 3 countries have gathered together to curtail Kurdish oil from being shipped, so they're trying to put the screws to them. In spite of that news, normally that would cause the market to rally. So the seller's at 51 right now, and we have had a buyer below 50. Right now, it looks like we're going to test support. So we'll put 49.50, 49.75 by 1, and then 49 even, 49 and a quarter by 2. 50.50, 50.75, sell 1. 51, 51 and a quarter, sell 2. We're in a trading range. Again, seller above 51, a buyer below 49.75, so we'll just play it that way. Interesting picture was on Zero Hedger, one of the news services, showing the Saudi entourage in the visit to Moscow. 1,500 people, and they all travel large. They only the finest. That's amazing, putting that many people on the road. And all that goes with doing that. Okay, the E-mini rallied yesterday. They're anticipating a higher than forecast 100,000 non-farm payroll jobs. We're at resistance, so my guess is if the number does come in greater, we'll get a rally. Then we'll have some profit taking. Rumor fact trading situation, but the market's still going to be bought in anticipation of better than forecast earnings and a Trump tax package. The Trump tax package, if it bombs, will probably be what sets up the next sell. But right now it looks like growth is accelerating. The low volume number is 45, 47. A scoop order plus or minus 10 points from where the market was when the news hits usually works pretty well in the E-mini. You can fade it there. The fade orders in the E-mini actually work better than they do in the other markets. So we're in the same without news. Selling failure to take out 50, 51. Then 54, 56. 59, 60, sell 2. 10 points if the news would be right here at 25.48, we'd be fading 25.58. We'd be fading 25.38. 45.47 first buy, leaning against that low volume number. Second buy 40 to 42. Okay, 20-point correction is when the market settles in, goes into trading range, about what we expect. So that would take us to 25.30 plus or minus. So bust the 45, that low volume number, then 25.30 I think is a viable target. 100,000 on non-farm payroll jobs, 4.4 unemployment, earnings plus 0.3, work week 34.4, wholesale trade plus 1%, 11.53, 940 for Baker Hughes, and again I don't have a good feel for that. Be neutral, maybe a little higher on the U.S. side, don't know. The focus, non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate, and this is where the whipsaw comes from. The difference between expectations in these two numbers. If we get a whipsaw, we will not be doing a newsday trade. Okay, going to take a bit to get everything up and done and posted. Get busy on that. Back with you as soon as possible.